KPM.
Okay. Huh? Oh no, my phone died. I need my charger. Oh, I have my cable. Oh, but where's my plug? Huh? There's a ball. Oh, I read somewhere that I can use this ball to create power. Okay, let me try that first. It's not working. Okay, maybe I should turn this. Mr. Mohana, hi.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to charge my phone because my battery died. So I'm gonna use this ball to create power.
Are you sure this is the ball that you're going to use to charge your phone?
Yes. Why? And salam sejahtera. You're watching Didik TV KPM for today's class Bahasa Inggeris. And today for slot Menengah Atas, we are going to be learning high-tech world. That is our topic for today. But to know more about our topic, we're going to ask the teacher himself. But before that, I would first like to introduce our sign language interpreter, who is teacher Muhammad Bukhari Cik Hassan, or teacher BQ from SK Pendidikan Khas Selangor, Shah Alam Selangor. Hi teacher, how are you? All right, that's great. Now, as you can see from the profile just now, we have our teacher, who is none other than Mr. Mohana.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, Mr. Mohana. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here today.
I'm glad as well. But just now, we had a little sketch that's about powered by play. So I was trying to create power by playing with the ball, but it didn't work, Mr. Mohana.
Well, that is not the ball that you're supposed to charge your power, but actually there is a company in an underdeveloped country where they use balls to charge power through the movement of the balls. That is what we are going to explore in our text today.
Wow, that sounds really amazing. But before we get further into that detail, let's first introduce our pupils for today. Let's have them here behind me. Hi, pupils. Hi, everyone. All right, Mr. Mohana, could you please introduce them one by one?
Okay, for today's lesson, we have my students from SMK Perempuan Methodist Ipoh Perak, and on the top we have Leong Puyi and Nazura, and at the bottom we have Washini and Rowena.
Hi, girls. All right. Okay, who's next, Mr. Mohana?
Okay, so for today's lesson, we are going to look at the reading task. Okay, so we are going to look at the reading task where we are going to explore a text. Okay, by filling in the gaps. And before that, for today's lesson, we have a reward sticks. Okay, if you see on your table there, I have 4 tiny little baskets and 4 colored sticks, ice cream sticks, where we will use these sticks to reward the students for their participation in the class. Meaning to say, every response that they give, they will be given, 1 stick will go into their box. For example, we have purple stick for Rowena, a blue for Vashini, green for Nazura, and red for Puyi. So for every single response, 1 stick goes into the basket. And let us see at the end of the lesson who collects the most ice cream sticks. That student will be rewarded.
All right, so be prepared to be super responsive today towards Mr. Mohana's class. All right, now Mr. Mohana, how do we start our lesson today, which is titled High-Tech World Powered by Play?
Okay, let us look at our slides. For today's lesson, we are going to look at lesson 96. So all students, please turn your English Download Students book to page 135. Now, to get started, let us look at this page on page 135 in your textbook. There are 2 pictures here. Okay, picture A and picture B. Now, look at these 2 pictures. Now, my first question is based on this picture. How are they connected? How are these 2 pictures connected? Okay, pupils, who would like to answer this question? Can you see a connection between these 2 pictures?
All right, who would like to volunteer? Raise your hand up. Anyone? They're all so shy.
Yeah.
All right, can we have a volunteer? If not, Mr. Mohana is going to pick someone.
Okay, Puyi, the first question, how are these pictures connected to one another?
Can you see the pictures? All right, there you go.
Yes. They're connected through both are petrol related.
Okay, so both pictures are petrol related. Okay, so well done. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, one picture A is a petrol refinery. Another picture is a place where they sell petrol. Okay, so now let us look at question B. What are the similarities and differences that you find in these two pictures? Now, who would like to answer the questions? Girls?
Who's
Okay,
next?
Nazura. All right, yes, Nazura. Can you please give your answer?
From what I see, the first picture is where petrol is produced, and the second picture is where the petrol are stored and sampled.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, that is, okay, you have given the idea of similarity saying both places have petrol. And the differences that you said is one is where the petrol is produced, another one is petrol is being sold. Okay, well done. Now let us look at question C. Which photo do you think comes from a developing country and which one is from a developed country? Now, who would like to give the answer for this question?
All right, who's next?
Very quickly. Who would like to answer? Put up your hand,
Raise
please.
your hand up.
Okay, yeah, Vashini.
I would like to answer.
Okay. Okay, Vashini.
I think photo B is from a developing country and photo A is from a developed country.
All right, well done. Okay, yes, photo A is very obvious that it is from a developing country. Photo A is from a developed country and photo B is from a developing country. Now, our next task for today is, okay, look at these are a list of things. Let's say you are put in a situation that you only have about limited electricity that you can use. Which gadget would you want to use with that limited electricity? I give you about 30 seconds to decide the gadget or the device that you would give priority. Okay, take time to think. Meanwhile, Shakira, which one would you pick?
I can see that we have a lot of high-tech gadgets there, but I would pick a smartphone.
Why?
Because it's easily used, it's multifunctional, it's portable, it's accessible, a lot of things, Mr. Mohana. But what do you think of my response? Was that a good choice?
Yeah, it depends on your priority, where you set your priority. So it depends on the priority and no wrong answers here. So well done, Shakira.
Okay.
Okay, well done, Shafika. Sorry.
Alright.
Okay, now let us look at the girls. Okay, who would like to tell your priority? Which one is your priority? Okay, yes, Rowena.
My top priority would be rice cooker.
Okay, rice cooker. Wow.
Because
Okay, why is it a rice cooker?
Because I can cook rice and I can even prepare food for the next day. Yeah.
Okay, so you meaning to say when the electricity is very limited, you would pick the most basic one, which is rice cooker, to keep yourself safe. You want to cook rice and you want to save it for the next day. Okay, it's good that you picked rice cooker. I was expecting you to choose the smartphone or laptop.
Yeah,
so well done, girls.
surprising.
Okay, well done.
All right, Mr. Mohana, rice cooker food is essential, right?
Yes.
Do we have a next person or are we going for a short break first?
Okay, we'll go for a short break.
All right, Mr. Mohana, as he said it, we're going for a short break and we'll be right back here on Didik TV KPM. everyone, welcome back to Didik TV KPM, and today our slot is Menengah Atas for Bahasa Inggeris. Now for this segment, our topic is reading activities. So Mr. Mohana, I believe we have a lot of reading to do.
Yes, Shafika, we have a lot of reading to do. But before that, let us
Yeah.
look at this one. Okay, so this is the title of the text that we are going to look at today. Okay, pupils at home, you can turn your textbook to page 136 and 137 to refer to the text. Okay, pupils, here in the studio, girls, this is the title of the text today, Powered by Play. Now, what do you think the title imply here? Would anyone like to respond? What do you think the title is about? Would anyone like to respond? Put up your hands, please.
Who would like to answer?
Okay, yes, Puyi.
Okay.
Is it energy source?
Energy source. Okay, yeah, you are close to that. The answer. Okay. What about anybody else want to complete Puyi's answer?
Anybody who would like to help?
Okay. What about Nazura?
Yeah, Nazura looks like she has something to say.
Maybe it's about when we play something and then we can generate power like that.
Okay, so meaning to say you are trying to say that we generate power by playing, okay, through games. Or yeah, that is right. That is right. Well done. Okay, so for Puyi and Nazura for responding, you get one colored stick in your basket. Okay, so my assistant here, Shafika, will help me to put in the ice cream sticks for you.
This one
All
and
right.
one.
Now let us look at the next task. Now what I'm going to want you to do now is we are going to do the pick a paragraph activity. So what I want you to do is I'm going to give you a few minutes, probably a minute or two, to do a quick reading on all the 6 paragraphs in the textbook, okay, on page 136 and 137, and decide a paragraph that you would like to explain to us what you understand and why you like that particular paragraph. So basically, I want you to pick your favorite paragraph from the text. Okay, so you have about 2 minutes to do it.
Right. Okay, so we're referring to, for those watching, we're referring to English Download Form 5 textbook, page 136 and 137. And how many paragraphs is there to choose from?
There are 7 paragraphs, short
7.
paragraphs, where there are gaps. So without referring to the gaps, they're just going to roughly read the paragraph and try to understand what the paragraph explains, and they're going to explain to me.
Okay, interesting. All right, so they have about 20 seconds left. If you guys are ready, you can turn on, you can raise your hand. Now, in the meantime, Mr. Mohana, I would like to just ask you, you were supposed to fill in the blanks, or is that the kind of activity we're hearing from the pupils, or is it a reading?
No, we are not going to fill in the blanks. We are not going to read aloud because the girls are reading now. So they are reading now. So we save the reading aloud. We put it aside. So the pupils will just read, skim and scan the information in the text without filling in the gap first. Later on, in the later activity, they will be filling in the gaps.
Okay. All right. How are you girls doing? Are you girls ready? Who's first to go? Raise your hand up.
Okay, no, you are not going to raise your hands.
Oh,
okay,
not
it's going to be a
yet.
surprise. I'm
They're
going
done
to
reading.
pick you based on your ice cream. I know Vashini is very excited. She put up her hand first. But I'm going to pick their names from the ice cream sticks. I have written their names here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to put here.
Okay.
Why does Shakira, you help me to pick?
Okay, of course. Of course for you, Mr. Mohana. All right, who's first? Rowena! Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to go.
My favorite paragraph will be paragraph 3. It is because they are talking about how over 1.3 billion people have no access to electricity and are forced to use kerosene lamps and wood burning stores.
Okay, well done, Rowena. You have shared a new information. Probably many of us didn't know that over 1.3 billion people worldwide do not have access to electricity. So that is the new information that she found from paragraph 3. Right? Okay, what about the next person?
Next person, Mr. Mohana. Let's pick another one. We have Nazura. Okay, Nazura. Good to go?
Okay, well, my favorite paragraph is number 4 because it explains a lot about kinds of energy, like solar energy and also kinetic energy. This paragraph also explains about the definition of kinetic terms and world of science. That's all.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Nazura. Well done. Yeah. You explained to us what is paragraph 4 is all about.
Right.
Okay. Next one I will pick.
Okay.
Or you want to pick?
You can pick, yeah.
Okay. The
All
next
right.
one would be Puyi.
Puyi, your turn.
My favorite paragraph would be paragraph 2. This is because electricity, they have like their own disadvantages, especially in off-grid places. No connection, no electricity, no Wi-Fi, and stuff like that that can be used in the public, especially when you're in the jungle or forest, somewhere where they don't really have electricity.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Puyi. So from the paragraph 2, we know that there are disadvantaged communities in the world, somewhere in the world, where they do not have electricity. They do not have access to electricity.
Right.
So we are very lucky to have electricity
We are
here
very
in
lucky.
Malaysia all the time. Okay. And we only have one person left. That is Vashini. Okay. Yes, Vashini. She was the first one to put up her hand, but the last one to answer. All right. Vashini.
My favorite paragraph will be the first paragraph. It's because this paragraph points out how we will feel if we are out of electricity just for like few hours.
Okay, well done. Okay, thank you, Vashini. Okay, now, so we have explored 4 out of the 7 paragraphs given in the text. All right, so we have the next activity that we are going to look at is, okay, so this is a task where you have to actually identify words from the text, okay, to replace the bold word in the sentence here. Okay, there are 4 sentences, so each of you have 1 sentences here, but we do not know which one. Okay, so I'll give you like about, how much time should we give them?
30 seconds, is that enough?
I think should be enough. They have read the text, right? Okay, so you have 30 seconds to identify the answers. And the paragraph has been specified at the end of each sentence, so it would be easier for you to identify your answers. Okay, good to go, girls?
All right.
Okay, while they are looking for the answers, Shafiqa, I
Perhaps?
think we should give them the ice cream stick for responding. Yeah,
Okay, how many sticks should we give them?
1 each.
1 each. All right. Good job, girls. Now, Mr. Mohana, are there some kind of like hidden sentence that are not too direct when it comes to filling in the blanks like this? Replacing each word, or is it always straightforward like this?
At times, you have words which means different ideas.
Okay.
But for this task here, it is pretty much straight. Okay, it is pretty much straight to the point.
Right. I believe also it's a good addition to the vocabulary because it's a synonym of the words that you can use in your essay writings.
Yes, and I'm doing this task first so that the students would be able to understand some of the words or phrases that is used in the text, so that when they do the filling in the gap text after this, it will be easier for them.
All right.
Okay, so shall we?
Move on to the pupils. How are you girls doing? Are we going to pick sticks or are we just going to choose from their hand raising?
Okay, who would like to go for number 1? If they don't raise up their hands, then we'll use the ice cream sticks.
Okay,
all right?
we have that.
Okay, Vashini, yeah.
Vashini.
Number 1, okay, if you don't pay your phone bill, they will cut off your phone. Okay, the word cut off, which word can be replaced from paragraph 1?
We can replace the word cut off by disconnected from paragraph 1.
Okay, disconnected, but the word disconnected is in the past tense form. So here we use will, so we don't put disconnected, but we put disconnect, right? All right, okay, well done, Vashini. You get 1 ice cream stick.
All right.
What about number 2? Do you know how to change miles into kilometers? Paragraph 4. Who would like to answer? Okay, yes, Rowena.
We can change the word change to convert.
Okay, yes, convert. Okay, well done, Rowena. Okay, you get 1 stick.
All right.
And number 3, the new college will create 500 new jobs for local people. Okay, which word from paragraph 5 can replace the word create? Who would like to go? Okay, Puyi.
I would like to replace the word create to generate.
Okay, create, generate. Okay, yeah, we can use the word generate.
All
okay,
right, 1 stick
and
for
the
you.
4th one is I need a lot of room to keep all my books, CDs and DVDs. Okay, keep. Who would like to answer? Okay, Nazura, yes.
I believe the answer is to store.
Okay, to store. All right. So there's no need to change any the word into a different form. Yeah, to store. Okay, girls. So we have done this activity for today. All right. So in the first segment of our lesson today, we looked generally into the title of the text, and we actually looked into the text generally, and you tried to explain to me what were the paragraphs about. And then we looked into a small vocabulary activity, a simple vocabulary activity to understand certain words and phrases. So shall we go for a break, Shafika?
Mr. Mohana, you rang the bell. Let's go for a short break now, and we'll be right back here on DDTV KPM.
KPM.
Alright, you're still tuned in to DDTV KPM, and for our slot Menengah Atas, we are learning Bahasa Inggeris. And now, Mr. Mohana, when you go on a train, you have to always fill in the gaps in between the seats, so everyone else who comes in can sit down, right?
Yes.
Now, for this segment, we are filling in the gaps as well.
Yeah, but we are not going to fill in the gaps in a train, but we are going to fill in the gaps in the text. Okay, so people, you can now look at the actual text, the complete text, from the English download students book, page 136 and 37. So we are going into the main reading text and the task where we are going to fill in the gaps to identify the right sentence to fill in the gaps. Okay, so let us just look. These are the sentences given, where some of these sentences will be used to fill in the gaps. But before that, you have to understand that filling in the gaps, you need to understand what the entire paragraph is about. So we are going to dissect this segment from one paragraph to another paragraph, and we are going to look at how we are going to find the clues within the paragraph to actually identify the answers and fill in the answers. For example, look at the first paragraph. It's a typical Saturday afternoon. You are listening to music on your MP3 player. Your sister's surfing the web. Perhaps your parents are watching TV. Later, you try to text your friends to make arrangements for the evening, but your mobile phone's not working. You forgot to charge it. No problem. Just plug it in and it's ready to use. And then, disaster! Because of roadworks in the area, your electricity has been disconnected. For the next hour or two, you are twiddling your thumbs. Get? How annoying. So if you see, Shafika, this is the first paragraph, the introductory paragraph in the text. So now, to identify the answers, it's very simple. Now, in the introduction, if you see the first paragraph, it says, twiddling your thumb, okay? Twiddling your thumb, and then it continues with how annoying. So when we say how annoying, the idea of the annoyance is not stated in the sentence before. It's just say twiddling your thumb. So meaning to say, you have to show a sentence in number one, in the gap, you have to show a sentence that shows or displays annoyance. So now, I've given you the clue, something that displays annoyance, and only then you say, how annoying. Right, Shafika?
Right.
So, the answer for number one, A to G, students at home and at the studio, what do you think the answer could be from A to G? Shafika, can you guess?
From my guess, I think it should be G. You wish they would hurry up and finish because it's now dark and you can't even read a book to pass the time.
How annoying. Can you relate the idea? How
Yeah.
annoying in the text? And the things that you couldn't do because the electricity disconnected. Right? So the answer for number one is G.
Right.
Okay, girls, now it's your turn. I would like you to go to the text, read the text carefully, and identify the answers. So we are going to give you some time to go through the text and identify the answers. Right?
Right. Mr. Mohana, so
Yes.
the key here is to refer to the paragraph before the blank And after the blank.
Yeah, you refer to the sentence before the blank
The sentence, right?
and after the blank. Okay, there might be a connection, and the idea will not be far from the actual idea that is given between the gap.
Right, wow. It took me a while to actually get the answer, but you're right. As soon as you said that we have to, it refers to how annoying it was. It has to be a situation that was a bit annoying to the person.
Exactly. And at times, rather than looking this text as a whole text, it's important for us to just dissect them into paragraphs, identify what is the main paragraph in each text to identify the answers for the gaps. That would make things easier.
Right, Mr. Mohana. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. Your time is up.
Okay, so we have done paragraph 1. Now, girls, who would like to answer sentence number 2? And now remember, I have explained to you my answer for number 1. I have given you the answers, and I've explained to you the answers for number 1. And now when you're giving me the answers, you have to explain to me why you have picked your answer as such. All right? So for paragraph 2, who would like to give me the answers?
Raise your hand up.
Puyi. All right. Okay, Puyi. Okay, so what is the answer for paragraph 2?
The answer for paragraph 2 is D, which is for you, a lack of electricity is a temporary inconvenience, but for many people in developing countries, it's a way of life.
Okay, so why do you think D is the answer for number 2?
The second paragraph, which is the first sentence, it explains about the disadvantaged communities, which is the key word to the point of the answer. And the second sentence of the paragraph 2, which says electricity are known as off-grid. So it's actually explaining about the answer for D.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Puyi. You could actually explain to us how you picked your answer for number 2. Okay, so you get your colored sticks now.
All right, good job, Puyi.
Okay, Puyi is red. All right, so next, okay, who would like to go for the next one? Paragraph question number 3. Okay, who would like to answer? Washini. Yes, Washini.
Fast.
I think for the third question, the answer would be B, because the answer would be A, because the idea there is they are forced to use the kerosene and the oil lamp, which is quite dangerous. So the answer would be these, however, are harmful to the environment and kill nearly 2 million people a year.
Okay, thank you, Vashini. Okay, so Vashini picked the answer A because it starts with however. These, however, are harmful to the environment. And the sentence before actually gives a clue where people are forced to use kerosene lamp and wood-burning stoves. And the next idea is also talking about or explaining about how people breathing in fumes from one kerosene lamp is as smoking 2 packets of cigarettes a day, which is hazardous to our health, right?
Yes. So the keyword was after that sentence. It says that it is harmful to the health.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well done, Vashini, and you get your colored stick too.
All right.
All right. Let's look at the next one. Okay. Question 4. Who would like to answer question 4?
Who's next?
Okay, Nazura. Yes, Nazura.
My answer would be E for the paragraph 4, because the first sentence of the paragraph, it says solar technology can deal with some of these problems by converting light from the sun into energy. And the second sentence of the paragraph, the keyword is another solution, which shows that something that contrasts about the first energy, which is solar energy. So the answer E.
Okay, so
however, the solution is very
So your answer is E. Okay. So you see, yes. Okay. So thank you, Nazura. So Nazura says E. Okay. Let us look at this paragraph. Solar technology can deal with some of these problems by converting light from the sun into energy, and there's a gap between, and it goes to the next idea, which is another solution. So why is there a gap? And the gap is actually giving us a clue there is actually another solution, which is far better from the solution given earlier. So to show that, Nazura picked the answer as E. However, this solution is generally too expensive for communities in the developing world. Okay, so that is why there is another solution, though currently on a smaller scale, is kinetic energy, which is converted into electrical energy. All right? Okay, thank you, Nazura.
Okay.
All right.
So she gets a stick as well?
Yeah, of course,
right.
definitely. All right, let us look at question 5. Okay, now who would like to answer question 5? Okay, Rowena. Right, Rowena, okay, what is your answer and what's your explanation?
My answer is C. Inside it, there is a mechanism that captures the energy from the rolling and bouncing that occurs during a football game. I choose this answer because there's a keyword before the gap, which is a special football that combines a play and technology to generate electricity. The keyword is football.
Okay, so your answer again, what's your answer again, Rowena?
My answer is C.
Okay, C. Right. Okay, so Rowena picked her answer because her keyword here, she picked a keyword to identify her answer, which is the word football. And it continue with the answer it, which is B. It is also very difficult. Which is her answer. That starts with inside it, there is a mechanism that captures the energy from the rolling and bouncing that occurs during the football game, which is C. Okay, where the ball, there is a storage of technology inside, combination of technology where when you roll the ball and you bounce the ball, it generates electricity, where this electricity in the ball is used as a power source. Just like how you were trying with the ball just now.
Yes,
but they were not the same ball. So now you understand, Shafika?
Yes, I understand now, so I cannot use that to charge my phone.
All right, okay, so now we have answered the mystery behind the ball. Let us look at the last part of the text. Okay, so we have one more question, question 6, and all the 4 of you have answered the questions. Right, for the last question, I'm going to pick, so meaning to say the person who gets to answer this question, you get a bonus, right? Okay, so Shafika, would you like to?
Okay, I'll do the honor. Wow, brewing coffee here. All right, we have, guess who? Rowena.
Okay, Rowena, I'm sure you have your answer for number 6 when you tried answering the question just now. Okay, Rowena, what's your answer for number 6?
My answer is F. Just 30 minutes of play can generate enough electrical power for 3 hours of light. The sentence say the lamp is charged by attaching it to the socket. And then the sentence after the gap also says dozen of these lamps can be charged from a single socket.
Okay.
That's why I chose F.
All right, thank you, Rowena. So meaning to say, if you see there is a process here, okay, the sentence before, and then the gap, and then the sentence after number 6, okay, the tree refers to a process, okay, and then the next idea talking about children living in communities that are off-grid can play with a single socket ball as a team and still have their own personal light for reading and homework each night. Okay, so after the process, the explanation is given how this socket ball is useful for them, right?
Now I can see that. So
okay, so now we have come to the end of this segment. So well done, girls. You have understood the text so well, and you could actually explain to us why you picked all your answers. Okay, so students, remember when you are answering gap filling tasks, always remember that there is a justification that you have to give. And the justification is just between the gap that you will be able to find.
yes, I believe that is so. And also read carefully the choices of answers, right, Mr. Mohana?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, that's the cue. Now we're going for a short break as usual. So we'll be right back here on Didik TV, KPM.
Didik TV KPM.
Alright, let's come back to class for Menengah Atas, and today for Bahasa Inggeris we are learning about high-tech world but more focused on reading skills. And for this segment, our topic is the task. So what is the task, Mr. Mohana?
Okay, so we have done the text powered by Play. Okay, so now we are going to look at a little bit of speaking task. We're going to do a little bit of speaking task. Okay, your question here is, how has technology changed the way we communicate? Okay, you know, over the years, technology has developed so much, and we could see that there's so many changes that have come along the way.
Yes.
How has technology changed the way we communicate? So, girls, who would like to go first? Who would like to try to answer this question? Okay, Shafika?
Oh.
Would you like
me?
to answer? I saw you raising your hand.
No, I was giving an example to the pupils, but sure.
Okay. All right.
I think we communicate better because last time we used to walk hundreds of miles to just relay an information, but nowadays smartphones, in a second it can reach you whatever information you want to share.
Exactly.
So it's faster.
Yes, exactly. Now let us see what the girls think. Okay, now who would like to go?
Who's first or second?
Okay, yes, Rowena.
Nowadays, there are numerous ways people get their news and information, such as Instagram, Twitter, blogs, which is way more faster. This surely shows communication ways are really changed.
Okay, thank you, Rowena. Yeah, so we have Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, so many social media applications that has changed the way we communicate and get information that we don't even watch the 8 o'clock news anymore, right?
Right.
Okay, so the next one. Okay, who would like to give another opinion? Who would like to try?
Okay.
And Rowena gets an ice cream stick, yes.
All right.
Who would like to go?
Who's next? Raise your hand. Come on, girls.
Not Rowena again. Who would like to go? Okay, yes, Varshini.
I was waiting for her.
I think technology has transformed the way we communicate.
All right. I think Varshini is facing a bit of a technical problem there.
Yeah.
Can someone else help her, please?
Who would like to help her?
All right.
Anybody?
Who would like to
Okay,
help Varshini? Nazura, perhaps?
Okay, Nazura, would you like to explain to us how has technology changed the way we communicate?
Yeah, sure. There are so many benefits of technology. One of the biggest thing being enhanced in communication. That's all.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nazura. Okay, so that's the first task for this segment. Now, let us look at these two pictures. Okay, so Nazura gets an ice cream stick, which Varshini missed. Okay, never mind, Varshini, you will get another chance. Okay, now look at these two items, okay? These, the books, the ideas, or these two pictures were taken from your English Download Students book as well. Now, if you see, there is a telephone and there is an envelope, okay, which is used to send mail long time ago.
Yes.
So look at these items. Now, instead of these items, what can we now use instead of them? Now, who would like to explain to us what are we using instead of these two items shown in the picture here? Who would like to explain to
I'm
us?
pretty sure something comes up in mind straight away. Who wants
Okay,
to try
Puyi,
first?
yes, Puyi.
So the telephone and the pictures that shows the telephone and it's actually the communication has evolved to a better source because there's a bigger platform and applications such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and also they can be sent in text messages and it could be also in video calls.
Yes, so you know, which means we can just send these messages in a split of a second, right? We do not have to wait 3 to 4 days for the message to be conveyed, right?
Right.
All right. Okay. So, would anybody like to give another idea, or do you have any new opinion on this? What other things that you can use instead of them?
Can
Who
we
would like
have
to go?
one more volunteer?
Varshini, would you like to try since you missed the opportunity just now?
Varshini. Okay.
Okay, she has technical problem. It's
All right.
okay.
Perhaps one more person.
Okay, Robina, would you like to explain what can we now use instead of them?
We can use text messages such as emails also can, because when we use emails, we can reach the messages instantly and we don't have to wait for many days.
Yeah, who uses mail nowadays when we have email. Do you
Long
send
gone.
letters through mails nowadays?
I think for those who are very passionate about it, yes, but not on a convenience level.
Exactly, right? Okay. Now, we are towards the last task for today's lesson.
Right. Before that, does Puyi and also Rowena get sick?
Yes, definitely.
Yes. Now, before we move on to the conclusion, Mr. Mohana, perhaps you can give an overall conclusion or performance evaluation for their answers today.
So you want to count the ice cream sticks
Yes,
now
I
before
can.
they share what they have learned today?
Okay, we can share their lesson as well.
Okay, all right. So let them share what they have done. Probably after that we can count the ice cream stick because I do not want to kill the excitement.
Okay, let's proceed with that. Yeah.
All right. So I want to, before we end our lesson today. Okay, so for today we have looked at powered by technology. Okay, so powered by play. And we have looked at the preliminary task explaining ideas on how technology works, and we have looked at a text, and we have learned skills on filling in the gaps in a text. And then we moved on to for a short speaking task. And now we are towards the end of our lesson, where I want each of you to share one new thing that you have learned in today's lesson. Okay, to start off this session, I would like to pick one student, and after you have answered, you have to pass it to another student. Okay, understand, girls?
All right.
All right. Okay, so who would like to go first? Okay, the name that comes out here is Nazura.
Nazura, your conclusion
Okay,
for today.
Nazura, what have you learned in today's lesson?
Okay, I have learned that kinetic energy is an alternative and innovative way to generate energy in developing country rather than solar energy, which is cost a lot of money.
Okay, yeah, well done, Nazura. I think you should get an ice cream stick for this as well, okay, for sharing something new that you have learned.
All right.
Okay, Nazura, who would you like to pass to next?
I would like to pass to Puyi.
Okay, yeah, Puyi.
Yes. So in today's lesson, I've learned how much our country is developed for centuries because of the modern technologies, and it helps a lot of people.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Puyi. All right. Thanks for your insights. All right. Okay, Puyi, who would you like to pass to next?
Perhaps Rowena?
In today's lesson, I've learned that how technology has helped people and how it helps the country to get used to technology life, which is way more easier.
Okay, all right.
Alright.
Thank you, Rowena. Thank you so much.
I
And
would
Rowena?
like to pass it to Ashini.
Yeah, she's the only one left. Okay.
All right, finally, Varshini.
In today's lesson, I've learned that development of energy bring a lot of changes in particular country, where it bring a lot of benefits for the people who lives in the country.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the ideas that you have shared today. And yeah, you have shared new things that what you have learned in today's lesson. It's not about learning the language, but it's also learning new ideas. Okay, discovering new things.
Right.
Okay, so now I think this is the moment of truth.
Yes.
Okay, let us see who
Okay.
gets the highest number of colored ice cream sticks from today's lesson.
All right, so Rowena gets 7.
Wow, Rowena, you got 7
Good
colored sticks.
job. All right, and Varshini 4.
Okay, Varshini, you got 4, probably because of the technological glitches.
Yes, that's unavoidable. And then Nazura gets 6.
Okay, Nazura, you get 6.
And last but not least, Puyi gets 6 as well.
Okay, 6. So the person who got the highest number of colored ice cream sticks for today's lesson is Rowena. Well done, Rowena. Okay, I'll get for you a Cadbury when I'm back to school.
All right, now for your own conclusion, perhaps you can share with us.
All right, so in today's lesson, we looked at powered by technology, a reading task. Okay, in the reading task, I have shared with everyone on how to go about a text. So rather than looking at the text as a whole and find it difficult, it is important for us to use our reading skills and dissect the text from one paragraph to another paragraph, understand the paragraph, and then look for the answer, which would make things way more easier. Right? Okay, that is all from me, Shafika.
Mr. Mohana, thank you so much for sharing it with us. And also, after this, we also would like to share where can pupils watching access materials online for revisions.
Okay, for online revision, you can always access our portal Delima for all the materials that we have shared in our lesson today.
Thank Thank you so much, Mr. Mohana, for all the knowledge that you shared today. I learned a lot, especially using balls as a power to charge phones, right? Okay, thank you, pupils, as well, for being with us in this class, and also thank you, Teacher Bukhari, for being our sign language interpreter. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. Till we meet again, bye-bye.